My name is Ken Snyder. This is my wife, Chris. We've been married for 18 years, and we have 2 children, Winston, who's 16, and Cor, who's 14. And we are back in Fort Wayne after living in central Indiana for about 13 or 14 years as a pastor. I work in the central region of the Missionary Church office with a number of great people and love being a part of the Missionary Church. For us, as our kids started growing, and even though I was in ministry and Chris was involved at the church, but also homeschooling our kids, for us, we really chose the busyness. I tend to be somebody who's very, very busy, very driven. And every once in a while, Chris would say to me, you know, it's kind of like we're on a ski boat and you're driving the ski boat and you're not paying attention to the fact that we're no longer on the skis, but we're being dragged behind. For really actually a number of years, Chris was saying, listen, we need to get some rhythms in our lives. We need to get a Sabbath. And I looked at the schedule, whether it be travel sports or anything. There was always something that would be a reason that we either couldn't find a day or in fact wouldn't find a day.
For quite a few years, we kind of did this seesawing. Ken would get to a place of exhaustion, but I was fresh enough that I could kind of sustain things, and then we would kind of tip the other way. I would be absolutely done, and Ken was still having enough gas in the tank to keep us going. But at that point, we were both at the bottom.
It was about 1.5 years ago where we really felt God calling us away from the last church we served. And he gave us, and for us it was an unplanned time, but it was an extended sabbatical of about 6 to 9 months. And it was there where there was, I don't know if I'd call it rhythms, but there was an element of rest involved. And then once we got here to Fort Wayne and I started working in the regional office, we realized really quickly we were starting to get back into a frantic pace. Oh, yeah. And so for us, what we do is we typically have Sabbath from Friday evening to Saturday evening. We kind of keep in mind the Jewish idea of the evening and the morning was the first day or the second day or whatever day. And so for us, Sabbath begins in the evening with a meal. And we kind of book, yeah, like a celebration. We bookend it with a meal to begin and then something of prayers or maybe a meal to end it.
And initially, I think we just all kind of had some questions, kind of like with tithing. We were talking about this at home. To us, it kind of feels a little bit the same as the principle of tithing, where we give it first and then somehow He is the one who provides for what we need. And the same thing with our time. We weren't sure when will we get everything done and how will that all work. But He just asked us to be obedient, and we've just really found a lot of grace in that, I think.
We're creating rhythms so our family, because our family is a family that's on mission. We believe God has brought us here not to Fort Wayne so I can work in the regional office of the Missionary Church, but rather so that we can be with our neighbors, whether it be Tyler or Madeline or Steve and Cheryl or different people like that. But if we're going hair on fire the whole time, we're just simply not going to have that time. And so our kids are experiencing things now that they didn't experience. I mean, the pace we used to run was brutal.
When we were empty, we're broken people. And so they had to live with the, sharp edges for a lot of time. And so I regret that for them, and I regret that for, for Ken, from my perspective. But I'm thankful that the Lord redeems that. Yeah. It really has been just for all of us very freeing. During the teaching time on Sunday, our son leaned over to me and said, I am so glad that we are doing this Sabbath thing, is the way he said it. I'm so glad you made us do this Sabbath thing, is what he said. And the beauty of it is, with it being a rhythm, I know that next week I have rest again.
Yeah. Where
a vacation, you think, I have to make it another year, like, I'm not sure I can do that. But it's this cycle, and I think it's a chance for us to say back to God that we do trust Him. That's what it's been for me.
No question, yeah.
I mean, I can sing it and I can say it as I pray, but if I'm living in a way like it really all depends on me, then I've got something off. And for us and for me, it's been a first step towards learning how to live in a way that says back to the Lord, and hopefully other people that see my life as well, that I really do trust God, not just in words, but really with my life, with my schedule. It's a way to say, no, it's all yours, and I really do trust you with it.